Hey guys, what's going on? So hope you guys are all doing well. I wanted to make this video again in kind of more of a standalone format on how to gauge RPEs correctly with how many reps you have in reserve and stuff like that from more of an objective view of it, besides just saying RPE 7 is 3 reps in the tank, RPE 8 is 2 reps in the tank, RPE 9 is 1 rep in the tank, and RPE 10 is 0 reps in the tank. That's all a maximum lift. And that's great and all, but it doesn't really give much context behind, well, how do I know if that was an RPE, of 8? Like, how do I really know? Because I'm sure that we've all had this happen where we've been like, oh yeah, I think that was an RPE 8, but then, out of nowhere, especially with high percentages of your 1 rep max, this happens a lot. You can be like, oh, that was definitely an 8, but then you try to go for another rep, and then it's just like, holy crap, like I didn't get that. And so I think that a better way to gauge RPE, especially with heavier weights, is going to be kind of as follows. And I'll put up some examples on the screen of me performing different lifts at these different RPE goals. So I'm just going to be talking about RPE 7s and above, because it's really difficult to gauge RPE 6 basically, because just like you can kind of know, but like there's not going to, basically it's going to feel really easy. There's not going to be like any bar speed slowdown at all. Like it's not going to feel heavy at all, like not relatively heavy or anything. That's basically RPE 6. RPE 7 though is when things can get a little bit more descriptive. So RPE 7 would basically be the bar felt light in your hands relatively, and then when you film the video and watch yourself back, and it'll move fast. And the reason why I like including both the how did that feel as well as having the the video feedback, it helps make sure that you are staying honest with yourself, since we are having more and more studies come out on bar speed velocities and slow down, how they correspond to different RPEs and whatnot, how they can be very predictable of that. So essentially RPE 7 would be the bar feels light in your hands or on your back, whatever, and you watch back the film, it moved fast. RPE 8 would be the bar felt decently heavy in your hands or on your back, and it moved fast even though it felt heavy. Now RPE 9 would be it felt heavy and it moved slow. And then RPE 10 would basically be a bar felt very heavy. You basically had to do everything you possibly could to lock out that rep. When you watch it back, it's an all-out grinder. You likely have a very heavy, large sticking point you have to grind through at an RPE 10. So I'll put some examples of that on the screen along with my description of that. But I found that this is a much better way to actually gauge, am I training right? Is my RPE actually proper? And obviously RPE is a skill, but for myself especially, I found this really helps me keep myself honest with how hard am I actually training, how hard was that last rep before I reacted. Am I actually training hard enough? Am I training too hard? Yeah, so hopefully this video is helpful, helps give you guys a little bit of insight on how to gauge your own RPEs and how to, I guess, have a little bit more direction on how to actually know, what RPE 7 feels like, what it looks like, RPE 8, 9, 10, and all that. So if you guys did like the video, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you guys are interested in coaching or programs, adamkeelerfitness.com to apply for coaching or get any custom programs from myself. Follow me on Instagram. I post lots of stuff there, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Later.